Jane to all, welcome back to our biology class. Previous class we have studied the structure of ovule, isn't it? Ovule is otherwise called a megasporangium, and there we have studied ovule consists of central mass of cells called a nucellus, which is encircled with the two outer covering. They are called integument. This is inner integument, this is outer integument. This integument will encircle this nucellus except at an opening called a micropyle, and that side is called a micropylar side, and the opposite side is called a chalazal end. And the stalk of the ovule is called a funicle. The junction between funicle and the rest part of the ovule is called a hilum. So all these structures that we have studied on the previous class. Today we are going to study the formation of embryo sac or formation of female gametophyte. Female gametophyte, that is embryo sac. What is the male gametophyte? Yes, pollen grain is known as the male gametophyte. Embryo sac is known as the female gametophyte. Embryo sac can be seen inside this nucellus. Today we are going to study how this embryo sac is formed inside this nucellus. Clear? Let us start how its formation occurs. Here the central mass of cell is called the what? Nucellus, isn't it? So this central mass of cell is called nucellus. Nucellus. In this nucellus, one of the cell inside the nucellus towards the micropylar side. One of the cell in nucellus towards micropylar side will act as megaspore mother cell. And which cell acts as megaspore mother cell? One of the cell which is present towards the micropylar side, which consists of a prominent nucleus and a dense cytoplasm. That cell can be differentiated from other cell due to the presence of plenty of cytoplasm and a very prominent nucleus. So here we can see the megaspore mother cell, or otherwise it is called MMC. We have already mentioned microspore mother cell. So formation of microspore is formed from microspore mother cell. Here megaspore is formed from a mother cell, and that name is megaspore mother cell. What is the speciality of that cell? Which consists of a prominent nucleus and plenty of cytoplasm, and that cell can be seen towards which side? Towards the micropylar side. That cell will undergo reduction division. Megaspore mother cell will undergo reduction division. So here I am drawing this megaspore mother cell. Consider this as this megaspore mother cell with a prominent nucleus and plenty of cytoplasm. So this is the megaspore mother cell. This cell will undergo which division? Meiosis. Meiosis, or it is otherwise called reduction division. Reduction division. So when a cell is undergoing a reduction division, what happens? It develops into, or it leads to the formation of 4 cells. So here we can see 4 megaspores. From where? From the single megaspore mother cell. So when this single megaspore mother cell is undergoing reduction division, it leads to the formation of 4 megaspores. So these are called megaspores. Clear? So this is the first step during the formation of female gametophyte. So first of all, what happens? The micropylar side, one of the cell get differentiated into megaspore mother cell. That cell is undergoing reduction division to form 4 megaspores. Of these 4 megaspores, 3 of them will degenerate and 1 become functional. But in the case of microsporogenesis, 4 microspores are formed from microspore mother cell, but that 4 microspores develops into what? Pollen grains. But here 3 megaspores will degenerate and 1 become functional. And this functional megaspore, suppose this is the functional megaspore, consider this as the functional megaspore. This functional megaspore will develop into which one? The female gametophyte. Clear? So this functional megaspore will develop into female gametophyte and these 3 will degenerate. So this megaspore mother cell is undergoing reduction division to become 4 megaspores, and this process of formation of megaspore from megaspore mother cell is called a megasporogenesis. Formation of megaspore from megaspore mother cell through reduction division is called a megasporogenesis. But this 4 megaspores do not develop into what? Female gametophyte. Only 1 develop into female gametophyte. Other 3 will degenerate. So here these 3 will degenerate and only 1 megaspore become functional. So that is called a functional megaspore. This functional megaspore next will undergo successive mitotic division. Mitotic division means simple division. 1 cell becomes 2, then again 2 cell becomes 4. So that division is called a mitosis. Meiosis means reduction division. So here 1 cell become 4 cell and chromosome number becomes half. Suppose megaspore mother cell, if it is having 24, chromosome number is 24, this each megaspore should consist of only 12 chromosome number. But in the case of mitosis, there is no change in chromosome number. So that is the main difference between meiosis and mitosis. In meiosis, the chromosome number becomes half. Clear? So here also the megaspore should consist of half chromosome number of this megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell is diploid 2n, while this megaspore should be haploid n number of chromosomes can be seen only in megaspores. When this megaspores undergo mitosis, there is no change in chromosome number. So here this megaspore undergo what? Mitotic division. And the speciality of this mitotic division is here there is no immediate cell wall formation occurs. Usually suppose 1 cell is undergoing mitosis. Suppose listen, 1 cell, this cell is undergoing mitosis. First of all the nucleus will divide. Clear? The nucleus will divide and followed by nucleus cytoplasm will divide and the cell becomes 2. So that is a normal case of cell wall division. But here in this formation of female gametophyte, this megaspore will undergo 3 mitotic division, but here there is no cell wall formation occurs immediately after the nuclear division. So here you can see first this megaspore which is dividing into, the nucleus is dividing into 2. The nucleus is dividing but the cytoplasm is not dividing. Clear? Next again these 2 nucleus will undergo next mitosis. Again it becomes what? 4, and here also there is no immediate cell wall formation occurs. Again these 4 nucleus again undergo 3rd mitotic division and becomes what? 8 nucleus. So here also there is no cell wall formation occurs. So when this megaspore undergo mitosis, it undergo how many mitotic division? 3 mitotic division. And what is the speciality of this mitotic division? Here there is no immediate cell wall formation occurs immediately after the division of nucleus. Usual case of when this nucleus is split into 2 followed by the nuclear division, cytoplasm will also divide and the cell becomes 2. But here there is no such case. That means here there is no cell wall formation occurs. So first of all this megaspore becomes 2 nucleate. So this condition is called a 2 nucleate condition. Then it becomes 4 nucleate condition and at last it becomes 8 nucleate condition. So after this 8 nucleate condition, here you can see each nuclei from each pole, that is from the micropylar side and also from the chalazal end, each nuclei will come and meet at the center. So here now we can see 4 nuclei, here we can see 4 nuclei. After this 8 nucleate stage, each nuclei from each pole will come and meet at the center. Okay, and after that we can see the formation of cell wall. How it happens? Okay, now you can see 3 cells at the micropylar side, 2 nucleus can be seen at the center, and also 3 nucleus can be seen on the chalazal side. So that was the condition that you have studied. Clear? So 8 nucleate condition, after the formation of 8 nucleus condition, each nuclei will meet, from each pole will meet at the center. After that cell wall formation occurs. And here you can see the nucleus which is present towards the micropylar side will convert it to egg apparatus. Egg apparatus means which consists of a central egg, and on the 2 sides of the egg we can see 2 cells and they are called synergids. Collectively they are called egg apparatus. So which cells are becomes egg apparatus? This nucleus which is situated towards the micropylar side, that converted to egg apparatus. That means by surrounding each nuclei cell wall formation occurs and the cells are known as egg apparatus, which consists of a central egg and surrounded by 2 synergids. Then on the chalazal end there also we can see 3 nucleus. By surrounding the nuclei again cell wall formation occurs and that becomes antipodal cells. So 3 antipodal cells, that is towards which side? Chalazal side. And on the center portion there we can see 2 nuclei which coming from where? 2 poles. So they are called polar nuclei. Clear? So why they are called polar nuclei? As it is coming from the 2 poles. From the micropylar side 1 nucleus is coming and from the chalazal end another nucleus is coming. So the nucleus is called a polar nuclei. By surrounding this polar nuclei 1 cell will form and that cell is called a central cell. So here we can see how many cells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we can see 7 cells and how many nucleus we can see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nucleus. So this is the structure of embryo sac which consists of how many cells? 7 cells and how many nucleus? 8 nucleus. So this is the structure of 7-celled 8 nucleate structure of embryo sac and the formation of 7-celled 8 nucleate embryo sac formation. And this embryo sac or this female gametophyte is formed from a single megaspore, isn't it? So this type of embryo sac formation is called a monosporic embryo sac formation. Why it is called a monosporic type? Because it is formed from a single megaspore, where single megaspore is undergoing successive mitotic division to become 8 nucleus. After the 8 nucleus cell wall formation occurs and that leads to the formation of what? Embryo sac. So this formation is called a monosporic type of embryo sac formation, and this embryo sac is called a 7-celled 8 nucleate embryo sac. So this is the structure of embryo sac and this is the structure of ovule. Inside the ovule we can see the female gametophyte or embryo sac. Why this embryo sac is called a female gametophyte? Because this bears the female gamete. Which is the female gamete? Egg is the female gamete. As this egg is situated inside this embryo sac, this is otherwise called a female gametophyte. Clear? So this is the formation of female gametophyte, or this is a formation of embryo sac in angiosperm. So this is very, very important question. Usually this question may be asked for 5-mark question. Clear? So this is a formation of embryo sac and this is the structure of embryo sac. Suppose explain structure of embryo sac means there you have to write only this 7-celled structure. Okay, embryo sac consists of 7 cells and 8 nucleus, and the different cells in an embryo sac are: on the micropylar side 3 egg apparatus which consists of central egg and 2 synergids, and the center there we can see central cell, which consist of 2 polar nuclei, and on the chalazal side there we can see 3 antipodal cells. So that's all about the structure of embryo sac. Clear? So that is about the structure of embryo sac and structure of female gametophyte. Next I am telling about the ploidy of these cells. Suppose a megasporangium which consists of chromosome number 24. Okay, listen, a megasporangium which consists of chromosome number 24. Then find out the chromosome number of each cell in embryo sac. That's the question. A megasporangium of chromosome number 24. Suppose if it is undergoing the formation of female gametophyte, then find out the ploidy of each cell in this embryo sac. So listen, this megasporangium which consists of chromosome number 24, that means each cell in this megasporangium will consist of 24. So this megaspore mother cell also will consist of 24. And when it undergo reduction division, the functional megaspore should consist of what? It becomes 12. The chromosome number becomes what? Half, because it is undergoing reduction division. So the megaspore should consist of chromosome number of 12. This megaspore, next it is undergoing. So here we can see chromosome number is 12. Then it is undergoing mitosis. In mitosis there is no deviation in chromosome number. One nuclei become 2 and each should consist of chromosome number of 12. And again it becomes 12, 12, 12, isn't it? So each nuclei should consist of how many chromosome number? 12, because it is undergoing simple mitotic division. And in the anuclear condition also, each nucleus should consist of what? 12 chromosome number each. So here also we can see how many chromosome number? 12. In egg apparatus also, each one should consist of 12 chromosome number. Egg should consist of 12 chromosome number. Then synergid also consists of 12. And on the central portion there we can see how many nuclei? 2 nuclei. Each nuclei is consisting of 12 chromosomes. So there we can see 12 plus 12 condition. So here we can write the ploidy is 2n, because 12 plus 12 what? 24. Actually our chromosome number was 24. So central cell also having ploidy 2n, because it consists of 2 nuclei. But in the case of egg apparatus, there we can see how many chromosome? N number of chromosome. Egg should consist of n number of chromosome, and synergid also consists of n number of chromosome. And antipodal cell, they also consist of n number of, that is 12 number of chromosomes. So that is about the ploidy of each cell in this embryo sac. Suppose a cell having 36 chromosome number. 36 chromosome number. Suppose if it is undergoing female gametophyte formation, then what will be the number of each cell in the embryo sac? So here 2n is 36. 2n is 36. So n is what? 18. N is 18. So egg also consists of 18. Synergid also consists of 18. Central cell, there we can see 18 plus 18, that is 36. 2n. Central cell ploidy is 2n, because there we can see 2 nucleus. And on the antipodal cell also there we can see 18 chromosome number. So here antipodal cells and egg apparatus are haploid, whereas central cell is diploid.